Yo, what is going on, guys? Adam here, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the CRO and co-founder of SixFlow Automations with my partner Noah. Over the past year, I went from not knowing a single thing about AI to now running an AI agency where we generate low four figures every single month from selling these AI receptionists. In this video, we're going to be covering the insane opportunity of selling AI receptionists, and then we're going to walk through step by step on what to actually do to land paying clients. So we're going to be talking about marketing, selling, and fulfillment. And a lot of the ideas, methods, and frameworks I'm going to present to you in this video are from my own experience, but they're also mixed in with ideas from leaders in the business and AI space, people like Alex Hormozi, Gary Vee, Nick Sarayev, Leah Motley, and big names to ensure that you get a lot of value out of this video. So if that sounds good, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and let's just get on into it. Let's start off with talking about this absolutely insane opportunity of artificial intelligence. So to just break down the numbers real quick, the AI industry as a whole has a compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, of about 38.5%. And to put it into perspective for you guys, the average CAGR for a regular growing industry such as real estate is about 4%. But putting the numbers aside here, all this essentially means is that the AI market is going to grow like crazy, okay? And I want to make one other good point here is that businesses are not using AI receptionists yet, okay? If you call your local nail salon, if you call your local barbershop, 99% of the time, a human or voicemail is going to happen. It's not going to be an AI receptionist answering the phone. And the reason for that is because business owners need help implementing AI receptionists, because implementing AI receptionists is technically challenging. You need to use things like ChatGPT and other complex AI tools to get the job done, which is why AI services are needed. And this is exactly what the market graph says when it says the AI service industry is going to grow at a phenomenal rate as well. So all this means is that mass adoption of AI is underway, but particularly for AI services. Now, what you might be asking is, okay, great, AI services are in demand, but why AI receptionists? And this all comes down to one of my favorite sayings: niches get riches. Okay, so it's a great question. Why not generalize general AI services? Why not go to business and be like, oh, we'll just do all the AI automations for you. We'll handle your phone, but we'll also handle your email. We'll handle your customer acquisition. We'll do everything for you. And the reason we can't do that is because that's what the big agencies are doing. These big AI automation companies with millions of dollars of funding, that's what they're doing. They're taking care of everything, of all the automations and all the operations. And the reality is, guys, we can't compete with these big agencies who have millions of dollars in funding. We have to niche down to stand a chance. But we cannot be discouraged by niching down, because as we know, the whole market pie of AI is so phenomenally large, billions and billions of dollars in the industry. Taking up the small pie of AI voice agent, and AI receptionist, there's actually a ton of opportunity and a ton of money in that small market itself, because the overall AI market is so big. Okay, so we understand that AI receptionists are the way to go when it comes to entering into this huge AI market, but I need to make the point that the demand is only there for now, okay? And I want to think about websites here. When the internet came out, businesses adopted websites like crazy, but now every business has a website, or at least the vast majority of them that know what the hell is going on. Every business has a website, so it is a lot harder for web developers and web designers to go to these businesses and be like, we have a website for you. But if you were to do that 10 years ago, when only half of the businesses had a website, or even 10% of businesses had a website, it was a lot easier to make your pitch and to make your offer. And that's exactly what's happening now. Any business that handles calls is going to have an AI receptionist in the next 5-10 years. So you need to move now in order to make the most impactful difference and make the most money. And this is what we call early movers advantage. You have to enter early to win big. And for those of you who are actually serious about selling AI receptionists to businesses, we have our own school community where we walk you through step by step and give you everything you need to know to land land your first client. Okay, so if you're interested, definitely check it out or scan the barcode on this page right here. Great, now let's get into step by step what to do on how to land your first AI receptionist client. I want to go over marketing, since marketing is the foundation of business. I'm not going to spend too much time on this chart right here. You can pause the screen and take a look at it if you want to, or you can just go to my mini course on how to sell AI receptionists, because I break it down there. But essentially, these are all the outreach methods, how much they cost, the learning curve, time commitment, effectiveness, and so on. For the case of this video, I'm going to give you a simple and clear framework that you could and probably should do if you want to sell AI receptionists to local businesses. And we actually use this house framework that I'm about to show you now to get our first couple clients at SixFlow and get our business moving off the ground. The first thing that you want to do is just post on social media, okay? And I know a lot of people don't like posting on social media, but I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you have to hear if you want to succeed, okay? So whatever you learn, if you just learn how to use retail AI or use N8N to build a voice agent, post what you learn on social media and keep doing that as you learn, okay? The second thing that you want to do is start reaching out to your warm network and local businesses. Your warm network is anyone you know who has a business, okay? And I really need you guys to take this in, because this is probably the single most important and easy and simple thing you can do to get your first clients. Okay, so this could be your aunt who runs a nail salon. This could be your uncle who runs a barbershop. This could be an old friend that you used to talk to is now working on his SaaS business. I don't care who it is. Whoever you know that has a business, think big, think your large, broad network. That's your warm network, and you need to reach out to them. And this could literally be as simple as sending your Uncle John an email. Just be like, hey John, I know it's been a while, but I love what you're doing with your barbershop. I'm actually working on my own AI agency where we help businesses like yours solve the problem of missing calls. Would it be worth booking a call for 15 minutes just to discuss to see if we can work together? And the reality is John is probably gonna say no, but that's totally okay, because we're gonna be reaching out to 10 people a day approximately over a long period of time, and you will get people who book a 15-minute call with you. And it's on that 15-minute call where we actually sell our service, and I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to actually do that, how to crush that call and get your first couple clients. But assuming you get your first couple clients and you keep doing this, so you're selling to your warm network, you're selling to local businesses in that way, that's when we then transition to non-local businesses, because from selling to your warm network and local businesses, that's where you build up your experience and testimonials. And then that opens the door to selling to non-local businesses, which you can reach through social media, because social media posting on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube reaches a broad international audience. So with posting on social media and with your experience from selling to your warm network and local businesses, that's when you can scale and really start to make a lot more money by selling to non-local businesses. All right, now let's talk about selling. So this is exactly what we do during that 15-minute call. It's a super important slide, because without selling, you're not going to make any money, and you need money to run a business, okay? And if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, it would be this. It's that people buy from people they like. People buy from their friends. People buy from people that they trust, no matter about how good or bad the product is. The product could be as good as anything else, but if the person doesn't like you, they're not going to buy from you. So step one is always to get them to like you, build that authentic friendship and connection, then you sell them, then you pitch them, then you give them your offer, okay? Not the other way around. So that is this very important red outlined saying right here: rapport precedes selling. Friendship and connection comes before selling and pitching your offer. All right, so to put this principle into application, when you're reaching out to your 10 people a day, your warm network and local businesses, don't sell them. Just catch up, learn about their business. Do not sell, okay? So just be like, you can be like, oh, I have this AI receptionist business. I just want to learn more about your business to see if we could even help you. Whatever frame you choose, do not be heavy and hard on the selling before you book that call. Okay, so you book the call. This is exactly how you want to go about it, okay? The first step is to please build rapport, build connection, and build friendship. Do not do anything else before you build that connection, and here's exactly how you do it. So 3 quick tips from Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Smile, say their name, and mirror them. So smiling, hey John, how's it going? So you just said their name and smile, and then mirror them. So if John is a quieter person and he's like, oh, hey, nice to catch up with you, Adam. Good to see you. Then you'd be like, yeah, no problem, John. It's really nice to see you as well. But if he's energetic and he's like, hey, Adam, really good to see you, you need to mirror that energy. Hey, John, good to see you, man. Looking forward to this call. And it's that mirroring, smiling, and saying their name that actually helps establish that connection. The next step after you introduce yourself and just catch up with John is you need to ask him good questions that relate to your business, and I'm going to give you two that I use personally in my own operations at SixFlow. So the first thing I ask is if they ever miss calls. So I'll literally just be like, hey John, I'm just curious, are there ever times where calls come in but you can't answer it, either because you're busy at work or it's after hours? And notice how I'm asking with curiosity, okay? I'm asking to understand, not to respond. That is a very important principle. Let's say John says, yeah, you know what, there are times where I'm cutting my client's hair and calls come in, I can't get to the phone. Then I ask this question right here. Oh, cool, John, I totally understand. Obviously, you want to prioritize your client rather than answering the call, but I am just curious. Do you do anything to prevent those callers from just going to the next barbershop because you weren't able to get to the phone? And now, once you ask that question, they're realizing, oh, I actually don't do that. I might be losing business by missing the call. And that's the key moment right there, when they realize they have the problem, not when you tell them they have a problem. All right, so you already built a connection with John. You asked him questions. You've listened very actively so you understand his pains and problems. Now it is time to pitch. When you pitch, this is what Alex Hermosi says in one of his sales courses that I took. You sell the vacation, you sell the dream outcome, okay? And I'll give you an example of this. Instead of saying we just give you an AI receptionist, you say, oh, we have this solution for when you're cutting hair and a call comes through, you don't have to stress out at all, because you can know that an AI receptionist is not only going to answer that call, but could actually book appointments right into your calendar for every call that comes in. So it's essentially like having an AI employee working for you 24/7 while you're cutting hair, so you can be more present cutting hair, enjoy your music, and make more money overall. And now to close the deal, we're going to use the assumptive close, guys. This is by far my favorite close. I've been using this for years now. I used it in my other sales job where I was a top salesman for a leasing company, and now I am using it for my AI agency where I've closed clients for thousands of dollars using this exact close. So after you talk to John about the product, you can literally just be like, all right, John, I'm just going to send you over the proposal with some more details. Sound good? So then after the call happens, like right away, you want to be within 24 hours, you send them the contract with all the details. And yes, of course, with this close, a lot of them won't sign it, but a lot will. And just like that, you can get your first client. All right, now let's talk about delivering the AI receptionist and delivering your product or service. Now, the main principle to know here is to simply serve with care. All this means is to actually care about your client, because when you genuinely care about your client and want the best outcome for them, everything else will fall into place, right? And to do that most effectively, you need to understand what your client wants, which we should have already done on the sales or the 15-minute call, because we listened actively to our clients. So we do have a good understanding on what exactly they're looking for. And the other very important thing is to set clear expectations. This is actually very important. Have it in writing or talk to them face to face about your product. This is what the product does. This is what it doesn't do. This is the price. This is how long it's going to take, and get clear to avoid future problems later. Great. So once you build the AI receptionist, you simply want to publish that voice agent or AI receptionist to a Twilio phone number, which you can then hand over to them and then integrate that receptionist into whatever systems they use, such as calendar or CRMs. I don't want to get too much into the technical details because we go over all of that in our school community. But what I will say is that it is very important, once you deliver the voice agent or AI receptionist, to do recurring check-ins. And the reason we do that is for the following three things. The first thing is that we can get testimonials later, because after the third or fourth check-in, we can be like, hey, would you mind providing a testimonial? And most of the time they'll do that, particularly if they're a warm network contact. The next thing we can do is ask for a referral. Is there anyone else in your network that you think would benefit from this service? And the third, and probably one of the best things that Alex Hermosi says in his sales books, is to ask for upsells. You can be like, after the third or fourth check-in, you can say something like, hey, we actually offer this that I think would help you. Would this be something that interests you? Then you hop on another call with them, get the upsell, and then keep business going that way. But the most important thing is to not give up, because with any business, it's going to be hard. Success won't happen overnight, but at the end of the day, it'll all be worth it, okay? And if you got any value out of this video, like it, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.